We're unboxing and setting up the new SeaLife SportDiver Ultra. It looks and performs much like the original SportDiver and has all the great features, but is more universal and durable. The Ultra is compatible with nearly all smartphones, including the Galaxy Ultra, iPhone Pro Max, and other larger and smaller phones. The sensitive electronics and leak sensor have been redesigned for maximum durability and reliability. The SportDiver Ultra fits most phones. Check out our online compatibility chart. The link is on screen and in the video description. Let's go through unboxing, how to set up the SportDiver, and some important user tips. In the box, you'll find the following. Here's the SportDiver Ultra underwater smartphone housing, the underwater color correction filter, the vacuum pump, the rubber grip tabs, and note there are 12 tabs in each size, small, medium, and large, and that there are 5 medium and 6 small grip tabs already installed inside the housing. There are spare O-rings, including 1 main seal O-ring and 1 vacuum check port O-ring. There is O-ring lubricant and an O-ring removal tool, a deluxe wrist strap with a clip, a moisture muncher sample pack containing 1 capsule, anti-glare foam strips, and a very cool SportDiver travel case. Make sure the main O-ring seal is positioned properly, and in case you need to replace it, always make sure the flat surface is inwards and the round part outwards. We're going to demonstrate setup with an iPhone 14 Pro Max and a new Samsung Ultra S24. First, download the free SportDiver app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Next, accept all permissions. iOS and Android apps are similar with very minor differences. Turn airplane mode on, turn Bluetooth on, turn Do Not Disturb on. Turn True Tone off for iPhones, as this will brighten the display. To open the housing, press the release button and rotate the cam lock. Next, install 2 AAA batteries. You can use the 2 alkaline batteries provided, or you can use lithium or rechargeable NIMH batteries. Install the Moisture Muncher capsule. When it's blue, it means it's active. When it's pink, it's fully absorbed and no longer useful. Now attach the strap. Loop it through the opening like this. The clip is for your BCD and not the housing. The grip tabs hold your phone securely and can be exchanged to fit your phone model. 11 grip tabs are pre-installed. 5 medium grip tabs are pre-installed on the left side, and 6 small grip tabs are installed on the bottom, which is suitable for larger phones. Make sure there are no tabs touching the side buttons of your phone, so move the grip tabs around to ensure there is space for each side button. Also, there should be no gap above the phone since it can cause internal glare. Select the correct size grip tabs to eliminate the gap. There are 12 each size grip tab total included with the SportDiver Ultra in small, medium, and large. If a slight gap remains, you can fill it with the anti-glare foam strips provided. Lube the main seal and vacuum port O-ring with only SeaLife lube. Other lubes may cause a seal and O-ring to swell. In case you need to replace it, always make sure the flat surface is inwards and the round part outwards. Apply a thin layer of lube to the exposed outer surface of the seal and O-ring. Next, clean the phone lenses and the housing lens port glass. Power on the housing and open the SportDiver app. The housing will automatically make Bluetooth connection. You do not need to manually make the connection using your phone's Bluetooth settings menu. Install the phone inside the housing, push the top of phone against the holding spring and push bottom down to lock phone under the grip tabs. Slide the phone to the left against the installed medium grip tabs, making sure the phone lenses are within the lens port area. Close the door, making sure nothing gets trapped in the sealing area around the O-ring. Use the included pump until the pressure gauge reaches good target pressure. Note that you can release a little vacuum if overpressured. Always allow the housing to adjust to ambient temperature and don't expose the housing to direct sunlight during leak analysis. Temperature change will cause internal pressure, causing the leak test to fail. We recommend to always use the vacuum system to create the best seal between the housing and the housing door. If you do override the vacuum system in the app, you can squeeze the housing like this, compressing the O-ring. This creates solid contact with the keys and function buttons of the housing. Screw on the vacuum check port cap, making sure that the vacuum cap O-ring is clean, lubed, and unobstructed. Wait 3.5 minutes until the leak analysis has passed. If the test fails, it's most likely that the O-ring is out of place or isn't clean. If this happens, open the housing, confirm the main seal O-ring is clean, fully seated in the groove, not twisted, and is lubed. Remember to allow the housing to adjust to surrounding temperature before starting the leak analysis, since a cool housing in a warm environment may fail the leak test because internal pressure changes as the housing adjusts to surrounding temperature. The red filter adds lost red colors back to your images, especially when you're not using a light. A yellow filter for blue light or blue water and a magenta filter for green water are also available. Now, mount your light if you have one. This is the Seadragon 3000 photo video light. If you want to use 2 lights, use the available Flex Connect dual tray. Now you're ready to dive. After entering the water, burp out any air bubbles trapped under the red filter. This is the shutter button, the mode button, up, down, and OK. The up and down buttons become your zoom when using the photo or video modes. The OK button is your selection button in the modes menu. This icon is a camera mode, video mode, settings, and playback. Over here is your phone and housing's battery state and your zoom indicator. Cycling through the modes is easy and fast. In photo mode, use the shutter button to take pictures. Push to switch to video mode, use the shutter button to start and stop recording. Another push brings you to the settings menu. Let's go through this. Push the OK button to enter the lens settings submenu. Use the up and down buttons to select the lens. There may be a slight delay when changing lenses as the phone is processing. We recommend using the wide lens for most photos and videos since it has the best image quality. The ultra-wide lens is good for shooting larger subjects. Some Android phones locate the ultra-wide lens in the corner, which may vignette inside the housing. For iPhones, there's a triple lens setting which toggles through all the lenses when zooming. The settings option may change with SportDiver app updates. We are always working on new features. Some settings may only be available when other settings are used. For example, the iPhone 48 megapixel Pro RAW setting is only accessible when using the wide lens. After diving, soak the sealed housing in fresh water for 20 minutes. Make sure you, the housing, and surrounding area are dry before opening the housing. Release vacuum pressure with your dry fingertip. Hold the housing upside down with the lens facing you, and then rotate the cam lock to open the housing. Remove your phone by pushing the spring up and pulling on the top of the phone. Store the SportDiver in a dry environment inside the travel case. For long-term storage, remove the batteries and leave the door slightly open. Always be sure to perform an O-ring inspection. Cleaning and lubing the O-ring is easy. Here's how. Replace the main seal O-ring if needed and be sure to properly mount it. You'll see this O-ring is D-shaped. Make sure the flat surface is inside the ridge, the round side on the outside. Clean the lens port inside and out and the back door using a soft cloth without cleaning solutions, then replace the screen shield on the back of the housing if needed. Visit us online at SeaLifeCameras.com for any further information needs or troubleshooting if you experience a problem. If you have questions or require service information, simply select the contact form to reach us.